everybody, what's up? All right, it's Double Deuce back. Today we're playing with timing, distributor cap problems. I finally got my nipples that fit Kenny's K-Tech overflow bottle here. So we're going to do a segment on that too, because that's going on this engine as soon as I figure out the distributor. So grab your favorite smoke, beverage, and popcorn and hang out with Double Deuce today, because it is snowing like crazy up here. Nice. Yeah, huh? That's fun. I should be out rocking my four-wheel drive, but instead I'm just trying to figure out why this misfires. So hang tight, guys. Here we go. Yow! Got me. I see carbon buildup in here. When you see little black streaks, now I just cleaned this off the last time I started it, and you'll get these little carbon burns on here. That right there will cause a misfire. However, I just noticed something. That's loose as a moose's poos. Wait a minute, we even got something better. Watch this one. That fell right out of there. That's not even glued in there. Now, I think this is because when you're running this on gasoline, the distributor housing gets extremely hot. Extremely hot. But if you're running it on nitro, it stays nice and cool. So, So I'm going to have to glue this back in and do something with that sloppy rotor there. Look at that thing. That right there will mess up your time. Look at this. It moves like a few degrees in timing just because it's so loose. And who knows what this thing is doing when you're trying to rev it. You know, it fell right out of there. Looks like it was glued in. So I'm going to have to rectify that situation, because this thing should idle nice and smooth, like smooth as silk. I've had it there a couple of times, and I've been running tanks of fuel through it, trying to tweak the distributor. If you notice now, I don't have the bolt in the middle where the hall sensor goes through. I actually have the bolt to the top end there. So I'm retarding the timing just a little bit. I'm backing the timing off because I didn't know if I was having a pre-detonation misfire, which happens when you have way too much timing too soon. It fires before the cylinder's at top dead center. So it's, you know, it causes a stumble. But it sounds like it wants to rev pretty good, and we'll figure that out. So anyways, guys, I'm going to come back, turn the camera around, talk to you one-on-one, and we're going to go over a couple other things today. Here we go. Okay, now we're back. So the debacle is the rotor is super loose, and the trigger fell out of it. So that thing must be just riding inside the distributor cap and wanting to come out. Now, on your points style old distributors and stuff, and when you converted them to electronic, the spark was super hot. So when it's super hot, it creates a carbon buildup on all your little tabs in there. Them 5 tabs in there. You'll notice the coil one gets burnt the worst. And then you'll notice on your rotor cap, or your rotor itself, you'll see the 2 burns on the end there where the arc is coming through there and burning it. So it creates a carbon buildup. So you have to clean those off. Electronic, MCU ignitions and all that stuff don't really have that problem, but I'm an old distributor kind of guy, and I like that, So I'm going to try to see if I can bond this in here and see if I can tighten this. This is terrible. This thing is like, it moves a couple of degrees in timing. So, because I was frustrated because when I would rev it, it would rev clean and rev right up like on spot, and then it would bog, it would stumble, it would miss, and so before you tear into your carburetor, if you get your engine running and it's running well, don't mess with the carburetor. Look at your distributor. That's a debacle, and you'll chase these problems back and forth, and it'll go worse and worse and worse and worse. So if you get your carb set, okay, when you first get your engine running, everything's cool, don't touch the carburetor. All right, look at your distributor, because this is what I found out, because I went through back and forth over this stuff, and it was kind of a nightmare. But anyways, on to the second thing. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's. Because I was busy, and it was insanity. So I got Kenny's overflow bottle. I finally got nipples for it. They kept sending me these like side ones here with the that are adjustable, which is cool, but they got minute little holes in them, and it'll fit on the top, but it won't fit on the bottom of his overflow. Now, I owe Kenny a super apology because I've been so busy I haven't been able to get back with him, because he sent me this to test. And finally, like I say, I got the right inserts for it. And, I was going to take the ones off my L-400 for the cooling side, but they're bigger. They didn't fit in here. So I was like going back and forth, and I was trying to explain to the people I was buying them from what thread size it was, and and like I say, they got the thread size right, but they just kept sending me the wrong nipples. So we got this going on. This is going to go into the new L-400G gas version, and I would like to try to keep it gas, and and get it in a project. But now that I see this, I don't know what to do. I could probably wait for more parts, but I think what's going to happen is because it was nice and tight when I first started this thing. But like I say, running it on gasoline itself, the distributor gets very hot. And then things start to, you know, it's only plastic, so they start warping and coming out of shape and all that stuff. So I could go back to glow plugs and nitro fuel, which I would like to do. I wanted to try this. I did try it with nitro fuel and a distributor, and it worked there. It worked very well. And it, like I say, it stayed nice and cool, you know. So if I'm going to order the parts for the distributor. If I get them, in the meantime, I'm going to go back to nitro because I want to see how this really, if it revs on nitro. They have really refined this whole engine totally, and I was really amazed on the quality of what they've done compared to their first off-the-shelf L-400 engine. So, you know, it's come a long way. This is how we all evolve. I guess our feedback and our input, our comments that you put down on my page, they read them. And so now we've got a header, you know. They moved the starter to this side. So here's the thing that I found out. If you already have an old L400 and you want to retrofit the new gas version in, and you have your, you know, because the way the old one was, you know, the exhaust was up here, and, you know, and the carbs are separate over here, and now they got to start them over here, and the exhaust comes right out where your spur gear would be on my builds. So now I'm going to have to, like, change things up a little bit and see how that works, because they moved the starter to this side of the engine so they could give us a nice header, you know, which is cool. So over time, we'll figure it out. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go back to getting into this distributor. I wanted to get a video up today, and I want to thank everybody for supporting my channel. And, you know, it means a lot to me, especially lately. I haven't had a chance to really get on there and talk to people because I'm focusing on other things going on in my life suddenly, you know. And it's kind of like having an unplanned pregnancy hit you, but it's not that, you know. But, you know, so I'm going to get back to this, and I'll come back with another video to see how I rectified this situation, and we'll all go from there. But if you get a chance, check out Steve's from Blacklamass. He gave his old L400 a torture test, and check out his videos. I'll try to put the link below because that thing sings. And I always knew that those engines had something to offer, and it was just finding, you know, the engineering to rectify some of the problems for the crankshaft, and they've done that. Steve's done a great job on that. Like I say, he spent 2 years on his, you know, and so all my friends out there, you know, stay tuned. We're going to go and do things, and I got to catch up, like I say, with some other people too. And, you know, from Steve from RC Tanks 24/7, you know, I haven't talked to him in a little while there, so I got to see what he's building, you know, because if I can share what he's building, yeah, you know, and I can share what Steve from Blacklamass is building, it creates a harmony of everybody to watch something good content instead of me on the bench here working on engines while it's snowing out, you know. So, anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe if you want. Love to all. Tell your friends, and I'll catch you later, man. Adios.